Well, hi guys and girls, Emma again. Welcome back to the spare room. Quick update video. There was no content this weekend anywhere, and I'm really sorry about that. I seem to have spent most of the weekend asleep. I've had a migraine last week and I really worked through it and just needed this weekend to recover. So no excuses, it's just that I haven't actually done anything or made anything. Yesterday and today though, because I've got a week off, there's things I need to do. I need to get up to the foundry. I need to probably make some progress on this little locomotive. I need to probably do an update on my little boiler. There's quite a few things I need to do. I need to get out and see people. I need to get into Brisbane. So, because of that, there's not a whole lot happening here this weekend, so you'll have to forgive that. I did want to update though, a lot of you are fairly interested in this little locomotive. It's a fair bit of work. This still isn't adjusted properly, and I've spent nearly 2 days making this piece. Give you a close look at it. That's the boiler basically. This pipe through here is just for the exhaust. This is the steam pipe, and it's got a valve on here. It's going to have a little dome on here of some description. I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do that yet, but that's still happening. The chimney is actually part of this. What this is, isn't quite right. It's still a fraction high. So where the running boards sit here, have a look. Where the running boards sit here, it's still touching there. It's right on that side really, but it could drop a little bit more. It's actually kicked, if we have a look with a proper square anyway. We have a proper square. It's actually kicked over that way a little bit, so it still needs some messing around and bending and make it fit. It's a fairly tricky piece to get to fit, because it's got to be exactly the right width, because if these frames twist then the wheels go tight. That hasn't happened yet. And there's some tricky clearances. I'll make up a brass, I think, probably spin up a brass smoke box door to go on the outside there. As such, just screw it on from the inside. That's sort of where we're at with that. There's a cutout here which we're going to live with, because this pipe for the chimney, that actually slides in there like that. That's not quite right. It needs a little bit more panel beating, because this doesn't sit down properly at the back either. So in reality it's coming together. Next job probably on the locomotive is when I finish this for the other one, and so far all we've got for the other one is a boiler and a chassis. That's coming along, but I might spend another half hour or so just messing around, straightening this up, getting it right, before I move on and attempt to get the other one the same. Someone asked me what the most indispensable tool in my workshop is, and this is it. I didn't even know what this was when I picked it up. It was an interesting curio really, but it's probably the most effective thing that I use. It's a set of hand nibblers. Really useful thing really. You can follow a line nicely and it doesn't mark, and it cuts out nice and square. That's probably the most useful thing. It's made by a Dell tool company in Chicago. If you get a chance to pick one up, if you're making small models and things, it's indispensable really. It's a useful thing. There's a hand nibbler. And it requires a bit of strength to use it, but you only have to take half a cut if you're using a bit thicker material. But for brass and copper and stuff, it's fantastic. Aluminium. So the tool making competition, there's a couple of new entries, 3 new entries. One is from DIYVT. Pretty good little video on making some V-vise jaws for mill vise. It's pretty awesome. Go and check it out. I'll put a link up there if you want a bit of a look. It's a good video. Very, very small channel, but I think he's getting some views, so keep it up, guys. There's another one from Cam at Battler, who's an Australian guy down south in Melbourne, Gippsland, I guess. Cam at Battler, check him out. He's made a 40 position tool post holder in 2 parts. The first video I've put in the series, and I bung the other one in the playlist too, but it doesn't mean he's got 2 entries. It just means that it took a little bit longer to make what he wanted to do and explain it properly, and it's a good video and it's watchable. It's another one from a guy named Robin Renzetti, the tool maker in America. If you haven't checked out his channel, you probably should. It won't hurt you to go and have a look. He does some pretty cool stuff. He's on Instagram too, so it's good to check out there. He's responsible for quite a lot of YouTube projects, I believe, and he's good at what he does. But he's put a video in the tool making competition too, and I guess some of you are probably watching this because you saw his video, and thank you to anyone who's a new subscriber. But he's made a repeater meter, or a Renzium. I don't know if it's got a name yet, but it's shows you what can be done with one piece of stock. So that's a really good entry too. It's worth going and having a look if you're interested in precision tool making. If you're interested in anything, go and check it out if you haven't already. So that's kind of where that is. There's some great videos there, and it's getting closer. Wonder what sort of a countdown we got. I haven't put the email address in the last video, so if you're just watching this now, it's toolmakingcomp@mail.com. Just mail.com. toolmakingcomp@mail.com. Check that out. Send us an email if you've got something to enter, and we'll get it in the playlist. Good friend Stephen Lang. Stephen's volunteered to help judge and present this competition, which is an awesome thing to do really, because it means he can't enter, but he's got a lot of watching to do, and we'll probably have some fights about it. But go and check out his channel, because you got to impress him if you enter. And he does some cool stuff too. There's Shark River Machine. So go and check him out. Anyway, I better get on and do something. I've got a few jobs to do. I don't know. I'm maybe going to mess with this for the rest of the day. I'm not sure what's going to happen after that. Thanks for watching, and be kind to each other. More soon.